Well, we also went deep into the Michael Jackson case. And this was an interesting one because essentially I talked to the private investigator, Scott Ross, who was there to essentially get all the facts of the matter. And what he told me that was interesting was, like the 13-year-old victim, the boy that was sort of in the center of this whole criminal case that they say that Michael Jackson molested him and so forth. The private investigator found out that the boy's mother was caught stealing at JCPenney and claimed that the security guards sexually assaulted her and managed to scam them out of $150,000. Claimed that they ripped her shirt, whatever, even though in the mugshot, her clothes are all perfectly fine. And she was also caught doing welfare fraud.
She made these allegations that she had been beaten up and roughed up by the police, and she sued Penny's, and I don't think she sued the police department. But things like I subpoenaed booking photos, I subpoenaed the records. She said that her shirt was torn, and you can see in her booking photo, it was buttoned all the way up, no damage whatsoever. Again, anytime somebody gives you information, the idea is to move forward and sort of determine that information to be real or not.
They caught the boy's mother with so much fraud and scamming that she couldn't actually take the stand to avoid self-incrimination. And ultimately, all 14 charges that Michael Jackson was charged with were thrown out. He was found not guilty. Do you think Michael Jackson ultimately did it, or do you think that he got railroaded like Bill Cosby?
I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't too found Michael Jackson's actions, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't too found his actions, That's all I'm saying. I don't want to get drugged by. I don't want to get drugged by Mike fans. His accused actions. I don't want to get drugged by Mike fans and shit like that. But I'm not gonna say he was a child rapist or thing like that. But I just feel like he surrounded himself with kids, and it's a good possibility. I'm gonna say that.
Well, yeah. I mean, having a whole bunch of kids
sleeping in the bed
yours.
with kids, you know what I'm saying, every night, for years and things like that. I sleep in the bed, with a woman because I like being in the bed with a woman. Sleep in the bed with women because I like being in the bed with women. When you lay down, that's your safe cake. That's your safe key.
Yeah, I mean, we'll ultimately never know. I mean, at this point, he's passed away. The victims, the alleged victims, there's a lot of holes in their stories. They try to sue him, and they actually lost. Like the two guys who did Leaving Neverland tried to sue for hundreds of millions, and both cases were thrown out.
Right. And Mike, there you go, bro. Mike made some of the best music ever get made, bro. So.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Because I think like Fat Joe, he compared DJ Khaled to Quincy Jones. And I could see what he was saying with that because Khaled orchestrated a lot of, big albums and big songs, but Khaled doesn't have a Thriller or an Off the Wall.
Right.
So that just is what it is.
Right.
When Khaled puts out an album on the caliber of a Thriller, then yeah, I'll co-sign that all day long.